So if you're like me, you might be interested as to why Apple's accessories are so pricey. All the way from the Magic Keyboard, which retails for $350, to something as small as the Lightning to 3.5mm jack, that's $9. They keep a consistently high price that keeps it difficult to swallow. However, today I'll be focusing on Apple's cases and some major accessories like Apple Watch bands, and hopefully open up some light as to why they cost so much, and if it's worth it. Also, I want to make it clear before I begin that these are my own thoughts on these products for personal real-world use. If you have a different or similar experience, let me know in the comments down below. I want to see how it differs between everyone. Hey, welcome to the TC. My name's David, and today I'm going to be explaining why I think Apple's accessories and cases are so much money, and also whether it's worth buying them or not. If you're in the market for a case for your iPhone or iPad, and you want to buy one from Apple, be prepared to cough up some cash. The silicone cases cost $39, while leather jumps up to $50 and even $60 for the iPhone. If you want a battery case, you're going to be paying around $129. With all these high prices, you're probably wondering why are they this expensive, and why wouldn't I just buy from another brand? And to be honest, I feel the same way too. Some of their accessories are just plain out not worth it. The clear case is a prime example. Sure, the iPhone 12 clear case has some MagSafe, but you don't have that on the older ones. In my opinion, it simply isn't worth it. If you want a clear case for your iPhone, it's a much better deal to go with a third party. Now with silicone cases, if you're looking for one with specific colors, there's a ton to choose from, and the quality on them is really nice. However, don't expect for that coating to last forever. A lot of people experience the coating to peel off over use, making it appear shiny in the corners where your hands rest. If you're not a fan of this, I suggest looking at another case, or even the leather cases. In my opinion, you get the silicone case if you want the fun colors and you like the texture, but if the texture isn't long lasting, then it's not worth it. However, you can usually find one on sale, like around $20, then it's a pretty good deal, and I think you should definitely try it out and see how you like it. Leather cases from Apple are a bit of a double-edged sword. If you buy directly from them, you'll pay a really high premium. However, if you find a sale, jump on it. The black leather case is the safest bet since it doesn't really discolor. If you want a case to form a patina, or a wearing, aging look towards the saddle brown or even the blue leather cases. In my opinion, they have the best looking patinas out there. The worst patina in my opinion is the red, which I have here. I think it just simply looks dirty even with conditioning and cleaning, which is a bummer because it looks so good when it's brand new. Often you can find sales for the black and saddle brown around $25, so for that price, it's a no-brainer. They have a really super nice feel and feel even better over time, so this is a total pass. Not to mention, they are surprisingly protective. I dropped my 7 Plus back in the day and it was around head height after someone knocked into me. The only damage was on the edge of the case, which tore from the concrete. However, the phone had no damage and didn't crack, so it definitely saved my phone. So if you're looking at the leather case, I think it's definitely worth it if you can get it on sale. The smart battery case is kind of a letdown, however. You get the same material as the silicone cases, and the one for the 11 Pros have the camera button, but they are sure expensive. It's nice that they have wireless charging built in, but I can't help but feel that they look so weird with that battery hump in the middle. The price is also exorbitant. I'm sure that you can get a third-party case for cheaper, or even just replace your battery for $79 at Apple if it's to the point that you need a battery case to get through the day. It's not worth the $129 asking price in my opinion. Okay, now let's move on to some iPad accessories. I'll start off with the smart keyboard since this is probably the most commonly bought item. In my experience, it's totally hit and miss. I love the fact that I don't have to charge it, but it often bugs out after a while. When I had the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, I was able to exchange my keyboard through Apple for free after almost a year of owning it, but the quality on them is kinda awful really. You get the silicone-like texture on the outside that literally shows every mark, no matter what you do, and the keys sometimes feel mushy. However, I kinda like this textured cloth that they use on the keys because it's actually pretty easy to clean. I simply just wipe it down with a slightly damp cloth and it's good to go. The keyboard often has errors after a while though, where it will say that the accessory isn't supported. The keyboard has these ribbon cables running through it, which fold and unfold every time you open and close it, so I think that over time those cables wear out and make it difficult to connect. You'd think that they would have thought about this, but maybe they didn't care, who knows. Either way, don't expect it to be wholly reliable. At the prices they ask, it's kind of ridiculous, but if you can get a major discount on it, then it could be worth your money. Sometimes if you're really lucky, you can find them for like $30 on clearance. If you see that, get it and try to get it replaced before the warranty comes out. Next, I want to talk about the Apple Pencil. Now, regardless of which pencil you get, I think that they're both worth it. The Apple Pencil is my favorite accessory that Apple makes. It absolutely blows my Wacom out of the water. As someone who takes notes, draws, and uses Photoshop on their iPad, it's totally worth it, and almost a necessity. Regardless of the asking price, it's definitely worth it, and I've never had any issues with mine, even after a couple years of using it. And if you're trying to look for a sale, you can often buy them open box at Best Buy, and it's usually like maybe $20 less than the regular price. Just make sure that you get one that's in pretty good condition. Now the Magic Keyboard. Since I don't have the newer generation iPad Pros, I can't give you my honest opinion on it. So in this case, I won't, because I don't want to give you guys something that I don't really have any experience using, and I don't really just give you a guess. So we'll just hold off on that one. I'll move on to the final iPad accessory I have, the leather sleeve. The leather sleeve is definitely pricey, however, you can often find major discounts sometimes. Sometimes you can get them in Target, Walmart, but my luck has been in Target. Retailing for the same price as the battery case for the iPhones, I got my sleeve for only $30 though, so it was honestly a no-brainer. It fits the iPad Pro and the Smart Keyboard together and my Apple Pencil on the outside and keeps it relatively compact. My favorite aspect of it is that it provides a great base for my iPad to rest on my lap. It's definitely worth it, I think, at this low price point, but I wouldn't pay more than like $39 for it. Okay, now I want to move on to the Apple Watch bands. Okay, so the sport loops are really nice. They feel like the silicone cases, except the color doesn't fade like the silicone cases. They have a really nice feel and are perfect if you like to be around water and such, as it doesn't get affected and you can dry it pretty quickly. They are kind of pricey though, but you can often find them on sale if you look online. I've only had to pay full price for 2 bands, but it was because I got them before they had a chance to go on sale. Often Amazon will have slight discounts on them, and sometimes Best Buy. I think that they're worth it over the fake ones simply because they feel way better and don't attract dust like the fake silicone ones do. Now the sport loops. Honestly, get a fake or a real one, it doesn't matter. I can't tell the difference from looking at a fake and real one unless I feel it. The real ones are softer, but barely. If there's a specific color only Apple sells, get it, but if you want just the general colors, just honestly get a pack off Amazon or eBay. You won't regret it. They're great for swimming or exercising because they breathe like crazy and you can dry them pretty quick. Now leather and metal bands. Now I don't have much experience with the Apple ones. I know that some swear by them, but I don't go to enough formal events to really cough up the money to use one. I think they look really nice, but they're sort of unnecessary if you don't use your watch in a nicer setting. If you want one for those events though, a third party is fine honestly, and I don't think you'll miss out. Okay, I think we finally made it towards the end now, so I'll talk about cables. The USB adapter to Lightning can often be found on sale if you want to use an SSD or connect a camera to your iPad or iPhone, and they're super useful. The only painful thing is that they're so slow on the iPhones, because they only support up to USB 2.0 on them. I mean, come on Apple, why does the iPad Pro get USB 3.0, but my Pro iPhone only gets 2.0?
But it really comes down to one word.
Courage.
Next, the headphone adapters. Honestly, if you need one, just get it. I've had mine since the iPhone 7, and it's been working ever since. $9 isn't the worst amount, albeit a bit expensive, but it works well. Now, the dreaded cables. Okay, Apple, why?
Courage.
If you're really careful with your cables, they'll last you... never mind. Okay, so I've had this cable since the iPhone 5S, and it started to break the rubber last year in 2019. I should really replace it, but I don't really have an excuse actually. The rubber on these cables will fail, but I do know that if you bring it back to an Apple store, you might get them replaced if you have a device less than a year old or with Apple Care, so I might try that. Either way, they kind of suck. Finally, let's talk about charging bricks. If you have a MacBook, just get the real one. It's not worth it risking how many $1,000 machine over a couple buck brick. Just buy the real one. Now for the USB-C cables, Apple's are pricey, and I think you can definitely do better with a third party for less. Same goes for the dock connectors for the Mac. And I think that's it. So if there's anything else that you guys want me to cover, let me know down in the comments down below. I think I'm going to expand more on the leather cases, since I know that you can get those pretty cheap, and they're actually one of my favorite cases that they make. Also, if you liked what you saw, please leave a like down below and subscribe to see more content just like this. Thanks for watching!